to do. And what you want to do in any triple threat composition is you want to trade one of your carries for a carry on the other team. Because if you take down the Cassiopeia and you just pound and you just... However, Nukedog's getting roamed on.
Oh, he's going to flash away from the Petrifying Gaze, but he can't get away from the knockup. The poison in the fangs, and first blood to Soren.
Fantastic gang by Shook there. He knows even if Nukedog flashes out, he can just flash knockup right after. Soren doing the right thing. Connecting ulti is all he needed. Not a stun, just a slows enough. But Jankos for the return gank.
This is the reply. Young Buck's going to get caught out. Keats and Barrel. Steve's going in. There goes the body slam, and this should be an easy kill. Steve secures it.
A little bit. Giving away his time. Jankos is still in that brush. Top lanes are trading.
Well, they are going back and forth. Steve working towards that Morel and Nomicon. And we see Young Buck, the makings of that catalyst that protects her. They're continuing to trade. Steve is going to throw out the Time Wander. Young Buck forced to flash away. Steve is looking for more. He's got the phase dive, and Young Buck's low. Flash forward. Time Wander comes back for the stylish finish.
Cool guys, don't look at exploding Maokai's. He walks away fully on style, and here we go in the middle lane.
And Soren's acting gig has not paid off. Gagas comes in, but he does not land the body slam. Knocks away Soren. Jankos should be able to finish this off. One more barrels of Nukeduck and his Goro build of those 4 weapons. Steve and Jankos turn their attention onto Young Buck. He's going to throw down that Vengeful Maelstrom, but I think it's just in a matter of time before he gets caught out. Body slam connects. Time Winder once more, and Steve's 3-1.
If you get caught once, the amount of slows and speed ups on the Echo Gragas is just too big. Barrel slows, Echo speeds himself up. Body slam to catch up. Copenhagen will
to jump. He's going to get the Monsoon for safety. Time Winder for Peel. Steve decides to go back in. He bursts down Soren, but it's not enough. The barrel will send Soren home.
And she barely survives because of the Janna reset. Imagine if they have a deep ward right there. Young Buck can teleport on. He's Soren.
Well, let's see. Soren gets knocked back into the chain of corruption. Hail of Arrows is hanging out on the side. We do see the engage from Unlimited. Shook is trying to come in. He has a teleport from Steve. He's pulled the trigger first, I believe. He's rocked up. We do see Young Buck arriving. They're about the same time. That's a knock away from the explosive cast. Copenhagen Wolves are in retreat. Steve, Rolls are chasing them down. Nukeduck may be able to solo Soren. He does. Now Shook is throwing out those bats, extending that gold lead even further. They now get onto the Dragon and set themselves up for the most impressive early game we've seen from them.
Still the build you want to do. CDR, AP Mage Assassin, go in, and then ulti out.
Well, Young Buck is being focused down. Roccat have started this one. It's a 3v3 before Nukeduck has arrived. Chrono Break gets the burn down onto Young Buck as the phase dive throws him onto Unlimited. We did see...
For the 1-3-1, warding between and make pickoffs.
Well, let's find out. Jankos does throw down the explosive cast. Freeze is most likely going to pick this kill up. We do see him continuing to chase with On the Hunt. Jankos still alive. He gets a shield. Still alive. Monsoon will keep him alive for a few seconds longer. Enough to get the 280 carries of Roccat into the fight. They've now traded 1 for 1. We see Unlimited being chased away by those Renstacks, and Shook was caught up. It looks like he's going to get run down as well. Copenhagen Wolves get 1, lose 2, and Unlimited will follow suit. Who's going to get the kill credit? Mr. Rolls.
No one
not
is.
going to land the shot. Double flashes. They Silver has no towers secured yet for the Copenhagen Wolves. Ooh,
yeah.
Soren between a rock and a hard place. Luckily no vision. So Dragon number 2 will be secured here for Roccat.
Looking at, you know, it'll be wasted damage, wasted cooldowns if he presses ultimate. Speaking of ultimates, he has freeze.
Well, let's see. They are going to try focus Steve. He's going to chrono break backwards and jumps onto Soren. And continuing to get summoner spells.
Now they don't have to do it super cleanly rather because they have the Kalista Ren to execute the Baron.
So let's keep an eye on those stacks. Shook,
or he knows.
Gonna move around. He knows full well this is happening, especially because he's just put a ward down. Teleports for both Steve and Young Buck. Look at them in the bottom of your mini-map. 3,000 hit points on Baron. Here's the TP from Young Buck. He'll arrive a second lower. Secured by the Ren. But this might get messy as Roccat are retreating. Chain of Corruption is going to try lock Copenhagen Wolves together as Jankos is taken out. Vander and Rolls, they're retreating. They're hopping backwards. But Young Buck is staying alive and staying true. Freeze gets a kill, gets a double. Roccat lose 4.
For that combo, he will just eat a tornado, get Monsoon out, and fight resets and tower will go down. He's down to 30% right now.
That's going to be the tower secured. The base is cracked open. Roccat, look at that. Soren simply cannot take those hits. No flash either. So the Petrifying Gaze engage is not available. Unlimited's looking to get an assist on the board. We talked about it. He just broke 500. He's actually at 502.
Everybody groups up. It's so easy to get assists.
Oh.
Back in my day,
You had to earn those assists.
I had to work hard for them.
So Roccat are working hard for every kill and assist they've earned this game.
Not like I played in dwelled in the deep darkness of obscurity.
That's not
Continents.
That's not fair. That's not fair. You're not obscure in that top. We do
here
see
we go.
Soren's caught out. Chain of Corruption goes
Whoosh.
out. He manages to petrify Vander in position, but it's not going to be enough. Steve gets a kill as Unlimited is trying to hunt those assists. All he'll do is give his own life. And the Copenhagen Wolves lose 2 more in a tower. This is a trend that has happened for each of the previous towers. And it looks like Roccat will be setting themselves up for another inhibitor objective.
Yeah, Alistar Morgulis, you're behind. All cows must die. That's your fate. You go in, you tank as much as you can. Eventually, your team runs away, and then you're the lone support. Stuck into 5 angry Roccat members, and they will kill you and take your inning.
Team in summer. And maybe even not in spring. We see Jankos is going to get caught out, but Soren's used his ultimate just for Jankos. Now the disruption from the explosive cask is 1 kill for Wolves, but what will it cost them? So far it's a top lane as Steve is going to go forward and chrono break backwards. Nukeduck gets himself a support as well.
And Jankos is just so tanky. He can buy enough time even if he face checks. He traded that face check for Cassiopeia ultimate, which is massive because in the scope of the team fight, that's 1 big key ultimate down for the Wolves, and they have to settle for a 1-for-2 trade, and they're losing their 3rd inhibitor right here.
Desperation plays from the Copenhagen Wolves. They lose another tower. Freeze loses 30% of his hit points from 1 poke from Nukeduck. And Steve and the rest of Roccat secure an inhibitor. They're looking to go forward. Freeze will get rendered, but he stays alive. Might make it back to the steps. Spell shields up to stay alive a few seconds longer, and Rolls continues to throw out those hurricane-empowered auto.
It's had a life. That life doesn't seem to last that long anymore as Rocket's setting up for another Baron.
Oh, Baron number 2. I feel this one's not going to cost them 4 lives. Well, I can still be proven wrong. Copenhagen Wolves move forward before realizing Talisman, and also Flash is not available for Copenhagen Wolves once again.
Yeah, if you don't flank, Janna will just make your life so miserable with those tornadoes, those monsoons. It's so hard to flank when you're down 3 hips. Soren!
He gets caught out. Petrifying Gaze connects with nobody as Mr. Rolls gets himself another. Parallel Convergence stuns up the Copenhagen Wolves, and Freeze gets frozen out of this game. Unlimited will get dropped as the Super Minions are on the Nexus turret. Young Buck and Shook are running for their lives. Rocket set their sights on the Nexus turrets, take them down, focus the Nexus, and Roccat